Good afternoon everyone, welcome back to the workshop. Today on the healing bench we have this Facebook Marketplace special, 25 quid's worth of probably nothing inside, dust. We have a non-working tool sold to me by one careful lady owner, so it's probably going to be absolutely obliterated on the inside. Like I said, 25 quid. Apparently he had lots of people messing them around, so he messaged me and said, yeah, you can have it for 25. So I raced down the road and picked it up. So he said to me he thinks it might be a switch. He said something about the switch not behaving quite right, and apparently it just stopped. Apparently there was no smoke, no magic smoke, no sparks, but I'm not sure. The switch feels, yeah, it's clicking. Doesn't feel too bad. I have a feeling he was just making it up. I think he was making it out to be a little bit dumber than he actually is. So yeah, we got absolutely nothing there. Because on closer inspection I can see some witness marks on some of these screws. So I don't know if Matey Boy, Mr. Clueless Matey Boy, has had this apart, tried to repair it, completely ruined it, and then given up and gone for the whole I'll sell it for next to nothing on Facebook. So, but I thought we'd give it a go. I'm not necessarily an expert in this, but I'm willing to learn, and I will have all of your help in the meantime. So what the plan is, let's get this disc off. I think we'll break it down, have a look inside. I'm going to do a couple of checks. I will check that switch, see if it's a switch. I'm hoping there's no electronic sort of, I don't know, whether there's speed controllers in it, I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'm thinking it's just a brushed motor. Might be able to take the backs off and have a look at the brushes. Might be one of the first things we do anyway. But I think we'll strip it anyway, see what's inside. But like I said, I was expecting a fairly non-molested tool, but it looks like this one's actually had a little bit of finger action on the inside. So, but let's have a look first, shall we? So let's see. I don't know why he's giving me the blade, and I don't know if that's a good thing, because I'm wondering if that's on uber tight and there's no chance I'm going to get it off. I'm assuming it is. There's a lock. I think that's the lock there, is it? Yeah, so the lock's just up here. I'm assuming it's going to be lefty tighty, righty loosey for a change. Oh, is that even going to lock? Doesn't feel very positive. No. Oh, it is locked. All right, let's try a little bit of a righty loosey. Oh, well, that was anticlimactic. Is it just a quarter turn? Get the collet off? No. Looks like it's had a bit of use, this thing. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's just someone's home tool. Thing's being chucked around. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just look at that. Yeah, maybe it's he's just an avid DIYer. Who knows? But maybe saying that, this looks like a Dewalt disc, so it could be on its original disc, maybe. I don't know. Let's get it off anyway. So have a look. Saves me cutting myself to pieces. If I do manage to get it running, I say when I do manage to get it running. Let's put that out of the way and go next to the hazard sign. So I may need some help with this. I say this is my first sort of forte into taking the tools apart to repair. Obviously previously to this we've had a load of Chinese stuff, which has been interesting. I've learned a little bit from that. But this is the first time I've actually tried to repair a tool. So I've gone in, I've invested £25 of my own hard-earned cash to see, well, let's see if we can do it. And to be fair, I could do with a circular saw, especially a battery powered one. Oh, that's nice and loose, that. Very loose. Shall I do it? Am I going to just round that? Oh, no. I'm not sure if that's wire in because it's easy. Let's try this one. Yeah, okay, we're good. So what am I expecting to see in here then? I'm hoping there's a set of brushes in here and some springs, but we shall see. I'm quite, if it focuses, cool. I'm quite happy this is real. I have looked at the fake circular saws, and they look nothing like this, so that's pretty decent. Okay, cool. So it's what I expected. I can see the brushes in the back there. It'd be better if I pointed at the camera. I can see a set of brushes there. It doesn't look like that's been taken apart just yet. It actually doesn't look too bad. It looks like there's lots of meat on those brushes. So I think what I'll do is I'll carry on splitting the case. We'll get Mr. Multimeter out as well. So I wonder if I might be able to remove the housing. We can go in this way. Let's get the right size. There we go. Even better, look, now you're in focus. It's because my hands are in the way. I think I need to, maybe, there we go, look, I'm thinking about you here. Oh, actually that's quite tight. So whether they're just some ham-fisted monkeys, he's put this back together. Nice little satisfying crack there. Maybe it hasn't been apart. Maybe he had he just had a flathead or something like that. He didn't have the right screw, the right Torx bit to undo these. Because you'd think they wouldn't be that tight. They'd felt like they hadn't actually come off in a long time, which is good for me. But we shall see. Big old long screws there. I say I'm hoping it's going to be simple. If it is a switch, I'm happy with that. I'll get one on order. I'll get the multimeter out and we'll check for continuity. I'm hoping because it's a brush motor as well, it's going to be fairly simple. As opposed to, hang on, let's give you some more light, shall we? Look at that. I'm showing off now. I think that's a bit more El Natural. There we go, that was tight as well. Be interesting to see what comes about here because they were long screws. Is that going to be the whole blade guard as well? If I pick this up and everything falls apart. No. She's loose on there. Doesn't look like there's a whole much more. Oh, there is. There's two here. Let's see if we can get these out. I wonder if the whole side will come out. Well, that looks like that might have been out. Oh no, maybe not. It's just poor quality. There we go. But yeah, so I'm hoping this goes well. Hoping we can get this running, and then I think what in the future I might get back on Facebook Marketplace and look for some more gems. Let's get some repairs going. I think in the longer term, maybe I'll start doing that. Maybe we'll start repairing a few things together, and then oh, there's one there. What an idiot! What's in the back of that? Oh, there is one. Yeah, maybe we're. Oh, that's tight. Yeah, maybe we'll do a little bit of that. Maybe we'll then start selling a few bits and see if we can do a little profit or loss. I don't expect to make much money at all, but there's only so many tools I need, and when I start to buy more of the same thing, I don't really need that. So maybe we can buy some broken tools, fix them up, make them as good as new, and then we can move them on to a new owner. Will this slide off? But in the meantime, you're hiding down there. There's a little one there. Look. Let's see if we can get rid of some of that sawdust. I think let's go back to the back. Take this last little one out because there's plenty. There was movement there. Let's see where we go. Looks like the clamshell's starting to come apart anyway. But yeah, so big things. Like I said, this might all go to completely tits up anyway. And I've just wasted £25, but we shall see. Look at that rust there, look. So big old motor in this, I suppose, to be expected. What have I got in there? So I've got some more Torx bits inside. Looks like that's holding. It's just holding the motor to the metal framework. Again, I'd have to take this apart. Really, this has got to come off. Take the casing off properly from this side. I know I keep flopping backwards and forwards. But let's do this. Let's have a look. Oh, what's that? Oh, come on, light. That's better. Stop it. There we go. I think because I'm running at 30 frames a second, that all the lights then started to sync a little bit. Okay, let's get this out. Do I have a big enough screwdriver? Will that fit? No. Will that just? It's a loose fit, but we're going to go with it. Yeah, that's fine. That was almost too loose. Wiringly loose, that one. Right, what else have we got? Let's get the big guns in. Let's take this pin out. I'm hoping, I don't know if that's a whole load of electronics in there. Well, that's stuck. So next week on my channel I'll take an adjustable wrench apart and we fix that, because probably that's all we're going to be able to do. Or I might have to squash my dreams a little bit. Oh, that doesn't feel great. Is it the other way? Oh, it was. Oh. Righty tighty, unless it's not. Lefty tighty. And righty loosey. Right, so what have we got left? We've got the switch in here. I'm guessing there's some screws on the underside. Should be feeling a bit looser now. So let's get these off. Oh, do I? Yeah, looks like I might. To get to that one. Will that fit? Okay, well, let's try that. Hopefully you can see that okay. Not the best photographer, unfortunately. So I think once we get it apart, I'm going to do a few tests. We'll whack the battery on. I'll put my fingers in my ears and we'll see if we've got power to the switch. It's probably the best thing. I suppose actually before that we can probably test continuity, see if we're getting a path through the switch first. Then we'll test for power to the switch, and then we'll test for power at the motor as well, which I probably could have done to start with, but I wanted to break this down anyway, give it a good grease up, a bit of a hoover out, and see how it goes. But I have a bit of a feeling that it's not going to be as simple as a switch, but who knows. For £25, it's worth a little gamble, isn't it, really? Especially because I haven't got one with a battery powered circular saw. Oh. Right, there we go. So like I said, I think I've run out of Chinesium DeWalt tools now. Ones that I can actually use, because I've obviously only got DeWalt batteries and whatnot. I suppose I could get an adapter, but I think a lot of the tools are the same. They've just got different colour casings. So I think once I've opened one set, I've opened every set. Oh, it's going to be too long. Right, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to try and find a doobly diggery pokery doobie what's it for one of those. Let's see if I can find a long reach one. Otherwise, I use a circular saw to cut it off. Hopefully there's nothing in it. Right, I'll pause it here. Right, we're back. I have the Dream. A little flathead. I couldn't be bothered to search for the Torx bits, the long reach ones. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, or is that just rounded out? Oh, that's scary. I felt like that moved. What? Oh, Well, that's my screwdriver. Just shows when you buy quality tools, they last. Let's try this one. I have a feeling I might be pausing this video again, you know. Right, I'm going to pause it here. That didn't last very well, did it? Right, I'm back. Couldn't find anything the right size. Not long reach anyway. What we got? Well, maybe that will work. Let's try this. Hopefully we're in focus. Oh, actually, it doesn't feel too bad. Let's give that a go. Like I always say, buy the best tools you can afford. Buy once, cry once. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Easy. And the first time as well. Right. Right, she's out. Now what? Let's see how we're looking. So we're starting to split open now. Is there more? Oh, there is more. I'm blind. Let's get this back in here. Nope, it's not. Let's get that in there. Oh, yeah, these are quite tight, so I'm hopeful either that or it's the guy who's just put this back together is incredibly ham-fisted and has really tightened the screws up. Right, oh, we have movement. We have movement. Okay, what have we got? Okay. Right, so we've got the safety. Maybe I'll put that in frame. How's that? So we've got the safety here for the switch. So bin that off straight away. Get rid of the springy thing before it flies across the workshop. Will that come out? Oh. Okay, I suppose I'll remove the switch first. Is that going to fit? Yep. So we'll whip out the switch and then let's plug her in and see where we're at. Let's get this out. Not too bad in here, not too dusty. Oh, bits of metal flying out. I was expecting worse looking at the outside. Is that because the guy's been in here and hoovered it out? Who knows? So what have we got here? Got no burning. Oh, what's that? Actually, look. A little bit of melted plastic there. It looks like that has got hot. So has he been putting this under too much load? Has he used it? Had the trigger down? Using it for oak or something like that with a dull blade possibly? Let's have a look, shall we? So, switch. Big old contactors. What we're saying, we've got. Is that a bit of rubbing through there? Look. So that's rub. Yeah, it looks like that's rubbed through. I know it's on a plastic casing, but it just shows, doesn't it? Let's get L multimeter on. Let's have a look. It'd be nice if it is a switch. I'll get the numbers off, and then we'll see if we can get one ordered. What am I doing? Where am I? Who am I? Mode. Let's go suit. Alright. So let's see if we get this to work. Cool. So just continuity mode. Nice and easy peasy. Let's see how we got continuity between this. I don't know how this switch is going to work. Oh, I need another pair of hands, really. Ugh. Okay. Should we have continuity between there, or is it across? Let's give this a go. Yep. Let's go from here. I need another pair of hands. Should that be continuous? So what have we got? Yeah, look, that's got hot there as well, actually. So that blue wire, this blue wire here, It's got hot, this is melted. So I'm surprised we haven't got continuity between these two. I'm guessing the switch turns on, closes the contact between here and here, and here and here, so it's a double pole switch. But yet when I do that, I don't feel like I've got, well, surely I should have continuity here if only one side is broken. And why is there continuity between the two of these? Cool, okay. Interesting. So what switch have we got? So I think what I'll do is, let's take these off. I might be able to open the switch up and let's have a look to see what's contacting what. It's probably a good idea. What I will do is I'm going to zoom in. Look at that, look. All that technology. So can you see, just there, she's melted. A little bit hot here. Looks like that could do with a possible resolder as well. But yeah, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll whip these wires off, and then let's have a look and see what this switch is actually doing inside, because at the minute it is a mystery. Right, let's go back to 1 times. Are we happy? Yep, we're all good. So I'm happy to be back in the workshop. It's tight. I've just finished my final exams for my work. I've been a probationer essentially for 2 years, and it's taken me a year before that to even get in. So yeah, I've just finished my 2 years probationary. Lots of assessments, lots of exams and whatnot. It's been horrific, if I'm honest. Not been great. It's gone well. I've worked hard, but I'm so overdue a break now. A bit of a rest. Oh yeah, look, there we go. Look at that. I think it's safe to say we might have found the culprit here. So we've got black and blue, white and red. Oh, very tight. So let's whip these off. It's a chunky old switch. I'm guessing that all the current runs through this, as opposed to lots of relays and whatnot, which is, I guess, because being just a brushed motor as well, makes it a bit simpler. Right, let's slowly move that over and see what we've got. So the switch has got still quite a nice positive action on it. Let's see if we can get this casing off. And a screwdriver. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. See what we can do. Can I? Oh, look at that. This is going to be so hard for me to keep this in frame. Let's see if we can get this. Let's get the other side. Again, I need more hands, please. You can do it. Oh, it's released a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's have a look, shall we? Springs. Let's put this down here. Ugh. Right, so I'm actually going to bring this out just a bit more. You don't need to go super close. So what have we got? So we've got this, clicks in, and it moves the contactors forward. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully I'm in focus as well. So as I click that, we're moving forward So that is going to explode. Oh no, it's okay. That then, where's my screwdriver gone? Oh, there. That then must push. No, what's that? That must just be a return, helps return that back. Does it slide the contactors here? It's academic anyway, because it looks like there's nothing running across them. How does that work then? Is there another set of... Oh, okay, I see. Okay, so when we slide forward, are we closing one set and opening one set? So that had continuity first. We slide it forward, and we break continuity on one set, and then we put the others together. That would make sense. The contacts actually, yeah, the contacts are pretty melted. To be fair, I could is actually push the brass bushing in. So if I zoom in a bit for you, I might even give you a bit of light. How's that? So it's actually pushed that brass block in and backwards. I think it might be worth just buying a new switch at this point. I could probably get it working. I'll have to cut that out. Use some super duper glue, but let's leave it 2 times. I don't think it would last very long. I'm hoping these switches aren't mega bucks as well. So what did we have? We had the blue. We had these two together. So that would make that connection and break that connection. So I think the only sensible thing to do is to leave it exactly like this and put the battery in. So wish me luck. Let's get this in. So is that going to... Okay, cool. Right, let's do it. It can only go well. Is this going to arc when I put the wires together? Okay, we're in. I'm now scared. Extremely worried. Oh, we have life. Poo came out. I may need to change my boxer shorts, but we have life. Oh, that's kicked up loads of dust. Well, happy days. So that's incredible. I did a thing, an actual thing, and it's not on fire, and I haven't electrocuted myself. That is awesome. Right, let's take this off. We're safe. That's incredible. I don't know why I doubted myself. God, that's awful though. Look at that connection there. Let's get you some light. Can you see that? That's worse than some of the Chinese tools. I wonder how old this tool is. That'd be interesting to see, because that is awful. That's rubbed right back. That looks like there's not much left of that wire. Is this a little ferrite core, is it? Cool, so that's awesome, that's great. So what I'll do, for anyone who's following along at home, Art Attack style, and it's your switch as well, I'm going to give you a bit of light, and hopefully you can see the part numbers on there. And what other numbers have we got? So we got the ratings on the other side. But yeah, that's your, I'm guessing that's your part number. And it is a hopefully you can read that. Not quite the Chinesium of the other one, but it's not far off of the other Temu tools that I've been playing with. So yeah, so I think what I'll do, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it on the healing bench, and we'll get on some websites and try and order these parts. If I find them, I'll probably link to them. I'll link in the description as well to see, you know, if I find a decent place. If you know of a decent place to buy Dewalt spares, let us know in the doobly-doo downstairs. Let me know. I think in the meantime I'm going to resolder this. I'm going to blow out all the dust, because it's not my dust and I don't like it. I'll probably have a quick look at the brushes as well. Give them a. I don't think it really needs it, but I'll just give it all of a bit of love and a care and attention, and go from there. Tempted to just whack a normal switch on here and just Heath Robinson it, but we'll see. I think we'll try and do it properly first, so I don't have to wince every time I use it. These things are scary enough as it is. Cool, right, I'm going to leave it there because otherwise I'm going to bore you all to death. I hope you all enjoyed the video, enjoyed the little journey here that we've just came along. I know I have, and the fact that we've got it running as well, I say running, try that again, inverted commas, means that I'm super happy, and I'm now just going to leave it like this for probably weeks and weeks and then forget how to put it back together. But yeah, so if you enjoyed the video, give us a whole thumbs up, rubbish. Subscribe as well if you want to see some more of these. Like I say, once I get this back together, I'm going to get myself back on that Facebook Marketplace or Gumtree or some other dodgy selling sites and see if we can find some more broken tools, and we can go from there. One caveat though, I will make sure they're not stolen tools. I'm not doing that. I spoke to the guy at length, to be fair, and he was a DIYer. I'm not into that, so don't be approaching me with your stolen gear, because that's not happening. You should never steal a man's tools. Right, so yeah, that's all from me. Like I said, I hope you enjoy. I'll leave that there and hope the fairies come and sort it out. Right, take care everyone, and I'll see you all in the next one. Right, we're back again. It's a lot later in the day now. I had a look at this switch. Turns out, if I get that to focus, that's the brand name, and that there is the model number of the switch. I couldn't find one that wasn't extremely expensive, or you could buy it from Dewalt and it's the whole thing, so the whole mechanism, the whole switching unit up to the motor itself, so all of this was included, and that was like £85 I think, plus postage and VAT. So I've resorted to rebuilding the switch. I think that's probably the best way. So what I've done, I've used a soldering iron, I've heated up the brass, there we go, the brass bushing in there, heated that up, and we've pushed it back. I've pushed it back through, and now it's back in alignment. If I get a little bit of light there for you, maybe not too much light. Yeah, so I've now pushed it back and reset it essentially. Just keep playing with that light. Hopefully you can see that. I might even do a little bit of a zoom in. How about that? So hopefully you can see that. So now it's nicely aligned. Before it was pushed quite far down, and that's why, and obviously the plastic that had melted around it, it meant that these contacts, which are here, they weren't making contact with the block itself. So I've reset that. A little bit of glue, I've let that dry. I'm going to put a little bit more glue in it now, some super glue, and then I'm going to put some of this magical powder, and I'm going to whack that just in between, and that'll just help that set, and that'll be super tough. In the meantime, I have used a little bit of wet and dry, very fine wet and dry. How's that? That's better. Yeah, a bit of wet and dry on the contacts, and we've just cleaned them up because they had arced a little bit, so they've cleaned up quite nicely. I wish the camera would focus. It'd be nice. They have cleaned up okay. There's a little bit of pitting on them. I'm wondering if they'd been arcing for some time, and then they've slowly got hotter and hotter, and eventually they've melted, and it's made that connector there completely melt through. That would make sense. So what I'm going to do now is move some stuff out of the way. I think we'll do a little, I might even move the camera, look at that. That's as much as, can I go more? No, that's as much as you've got. All I'm going to do is put a little bit of super glue in, and then put some of this mystery powder in, let that set, and then I'm going to rebuild the switch. They say it's all there, nothing's really exploded and run out of the way. Like I said, I've redone the contacts on that, put the switch back together, and then hopefully we will have a working beast. So I'm going to do that. I was going to end the video. Oh, I filled that up. It's probably a little bit too much. As long as those contacts stay clear, I'm okay. But that was a lot more than I wanted to fit. Put in. So just put some of this powder in. Hopefully it's not too blocked. Try and do it so the camera can see as well. Come on, you. It's like almost like fiberglass pellets. I don't know how I can do this without. How about that? There we go. Come on. Come on. It's almost like sand. Got a lovely video of my thumb. But yeah, so it's like sand. There we go. Probably not in focus, but that will do. That will just help that set. They say as long as I haven't got the contacts covered, I will give them another little wipe over. So, not the cleanest of repairs, but I'm not prepared to send to pay the money, if I'm honest. It's a £25 tool. I'm not paying £85 for essentially a bit of plastic and some brass. So I'm going to rebuild this. We'll get back together. I'm going to probably do that tonight, and then fingers crossed we will have a rotating one of these. So exciting times. Right, we're back, and she's back together. There's not even any spare bolts, which is always a bonus. So let's give it a go. First time trying this. Is it gonna smoke? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna do anything? Let's have a lay. Let's try it. Oh, scary. It's got a nice brake on it. Awesome.